Welcome to the SWF Universe. I'm Massey, your SWF commentator. We're talking about StoryMania 13, There Will Be Blood. It took place in February 2009 on SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, and for the time being was intended to be the final StoryMania on SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. StoryMania 12 was so big, so bad, so big and bad and awesome, badass and awesome, that this was going to be a real tough StoryMania to match up. It's StoryMania 12. Well, StoryMania 12 is kind of like the Super Bowl 42 of the SWF. Well, if that's Super Bowl 42, then StoryMania 13 is like Super Bowl 43 with the Cardinals and Steelers. And, again, maybe didn't seem as big going in. Maybe wasn't supposed to be as big going in, but ended up becoming an epic anyways. This one was friggin' awesome once again. And it was just a great one. I was so into StoryMania 12 still and the whole previous year that, in 2008, that I didn't realize that I was putting up another classic back to back, and probably a top 5 or 6 StoryMania as well. This one was just awesome, and I kind of changed up the way I did some things and went in a little bit of a different direction for this one, and a lot darker and crazier and all that stuff, and really turned out a great StoryMania here. This one was solid from top to bottom, easily. Old School versus New School cause. Bragging rights, non-title dream match. The Bad Boy Core, 2 Gangsta, and Bud Corona do it again. They beat Eric Swagert and Vic Rourke in a tag team match. No disqualification. Bud hit a gore on Vic Rourke for the win. And that was the second year in a row, Bud Corona and 2 Gangsta defeated Vic Rourke in tag team title action and continued their lofty tag team championship success at StoryMania. Next match, Money in the Bank, a ladder match. Rob Van Dam defeated Masked Kane, Randy Orton, and Jericho. Good match there. The StoryMania Cup. We used to call it WrestleMania back then. Then when I took it to YouTube, it became StoryMania. So pretty cool. So it was a 6-man elimination match, no DQ, the Burque Bunch versus Hogan's Heroes, GM Burke, Bonesaw, and Ric Flair versus Hulk Hogan, John Cena, and the Super Warrior. Again, the Burke couldn't stand Hulk Hogan, John Cena, and the Super Warrior at all. But John Cena picked up the victory here. Super Warrior eliminated Flair. Burke eliminated Super Warrior, getting him back for StoryMania 12. Bonesaw eliminated Hogan. Cena eliminated Bonesaw. It came down to Cena and GM Burke. Cena picked up the victory. Dynasty versus Dynasty match. The man who exited 4 StoryManias as champion, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, versus the man who has left 3, the Dragon Max Blaze. And this was a just kind of an icon versus icon match, really. And this is definitely just awesome. Max Blaze and The Rock going head to head. This was all over the place. Rock was dominant the first 2 minutes. Max got back into it. They fought outside. Weapons were used. Tons and tons of stuff. Announce boots, steps. Tons of reversals. Max then versus Rock Bottom and everything. But in the end, Max Blaze pulled out a new move called the Dragon Slayer, and got the win on The Rock. The next match was the No DQ Texas Canada Bowl. Some stupid name I gave it. And Stone Cold and Michaels from Texas versus Bret Hart and Jack Canada. This went through 13 minutes. The Rock Max Blaze had gone 14. And this was a bloodbath. Jack Canada and Hart Foundation colors. And in the end, Austin beat Jack Canada to pick up the win for Texas. The World Heavyweight Championship was the next match. It was a rematch of StoryMania 7. Same exact scenario. Triple H is champion. Don Madano is the challenger. Madano gave it everything he could here. This was an intense match. Sledgehammers, chair shots. Titles were all used. The Madano hit a ton of swanton bombs. Triple H hit Madano with the title belt and hit the pedigree to win. Main event was an awesome one. Went 18 minutes and 57 seconds. It's Crazy Ray. As you can see, the Joker was the inspiration. Not for the character, but the Joker in the 2008 Dark Knight movie was the inspiration to bring back Crazy Ray. I actually came up with Crazy Ray, a sadistic clown type character, back in 1999 on WrestleMania 2000. But I kind of discontinued the character after WrestleMania 2000 and never brought him back. It wasn't until the Joker movie, the Joker came back in the Dark Knight that I said, hell, I might as well just bring back Crazy Ray and kind of make him a little bit like the Joker from the Dark Knight. But I kind of made him different. Not so much like the Joker, but enough to kind of have a little bit of a spoof in there, kind of. But a serious hardcore character. This one was good. It was a SWF championship. Crazy Ray was the champion going in. Crazy Ray was in a championship the year before against The Rock, but lost, and he took on the Undertaker. It was just straight up fight just in the beginning. It was Extreme Rules. Crazy Ray walked right up the Undertaker, punched him right in the face at the beginning of the match. No fear. This match just went crazy. It was straight up wrestling for the first 8 minutes. Then this became an extreme match show. Broke table boots. Crazy Ray did not back down at all. This was an utter slugfest. Ray got a tombstone. They both got exhausted during this match. Ray was actually chokeslammed out of the ring, put through a booth after that, then chokeslammed off the top rope again, and The Undertaker won and left StoryMania 13 the SWF champion. I'm Mazza, SWF Universe. Take care, bye.